Thanks for stopping by for the next instalment of A Year of Beer. I'm finding it a little bit hard to tell at the moment whether this is meant to be a beer blog or a DIY blog. I've just spent the afternoon hand mixing and pouring about 100 kilos of concrete for a slab, a hearth, in a fireplace that we're opening up at the moment. I'm absolutely knackered. I need something lovely and restorative. So what we've got this week is Chimay Red. And what we've got here are two different closures of the same beer. Chimay is the brand name for the beer that comes from the Abbaye de Notre Dame de Scourmont. It's a Trappist monastery. And you might remember when we were talking about Trappist beers, we talked about singles, doubles, triples and quadruples. This, I guess, I don't know, in theory maybe it's a single, but perhaps it's a double, because their beers go dark, light, dark, the red capsule, the white capsule and the blue capsule. And so anyway, this is their standard beer. And there are two things that I like about this beer. Well, there are lots of things that I like about it, but what we're going to look at today specifically is how nice just basically a standard beer from a Trappist brewery can be. And also, hello, you're trying to make a bit of a getaway there. We'll get, let's use this glass, it's on the right. We'll pop some of that in one glass there. And what we've also got is the corked bottle. It's like a champagne cork. We're going to just take that off there. Now these are always a little bit unpredictable, so this might be a bit of fun for you. Nope, sorry. No spillage, no Formula 1 style spillage this time. Okay, so we've got a couple of samples of the two beers there now. Now what I'm interested in, let's just even them up a little. What I'm interested in is whether the crown closure, the regular crown cap, makes any difference to the storage of the beer and the maturity of the beer and how the beer matures and develops, as opposed to the cork there. Right, we'll give that a swirl. They've had a moment to open up now. So let's try the crown closed, the crown cap closed bottle first. Yeah, that's interesting. It's quite big. There's some fruitiness in there, a little bit of toffee, maybe a slight sort of vanilla. Not a whole lot of fruitiness. There's almost a kind of slightly sour note in it, as though somebody's added kind of a cap full of vinegar to the beer, which kind of sounds revolting, but if you've tried any of the naturally fermenting beers, you'll know that that adds a little bit of complexity, which can be quite appealing. So let's give this a bit of a swirl and try the cork cap bottle. That's interesting. That's much cleaner, and in some ways it's much kind of more concentrated and fruitier, which is the opposite of what I imagined it would be like. The cork maybe allows the beer to breathe a little bit more, so you'd imagine that the cork closed bottle would be a little more mature, but it seems a lot fresher. Let's just try it, let's taste it. It's clean, sweet, slightly butterscotchy. There's a little bit of fruitiness in there, kind of red curranty, black curranty fruitiness. Now let's try this. Let's try the big boy here. That's obviously the same beers, but that somehow is cleaner and fresher, and kind of more alive somehow. And I know that's a really pretentious thing to say about any beverage, a wine or a beer or whatever. But there's something really interesting is happening with this beer, and it seems to kind of, I don't know, carry its kind of life with it. Fantastic. So let's just briefly summarise what we found out here. We've got the crown capped bottle. It's lovely, big beer, slightly sweet, a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of slightly wild complexity in there. I'm guessing it's from the yeast in the bottle, bit of re-fermentation there. However, the big bottle, it's lovely, kind of really clean, fresh. It's almost like a very, very fresh draft beer. It has that kind of cleanliness and purity about it. So there we go. We've got a fantastic beer here, two different bottle sizes, two different closures. If you can get the big one, go for it. If you can only get the little one, that's not such a bad thing. My money tonight is going to be, unsurprisingly, on the Cork bottle. So cheers, and we'll see you next time.